Hi, everybody. I'm Melinda Gallant. Oh, we've got a wonderful show today. If you like theater, like I do, and if you like to see great plays and you like to see interesting and unusual plays, this show is for you. So come along. Let's have another Cape Conversations. Hi, everybody. I'm Melinda Gallant, and I have a great show today for you. I am with two fabulous theater people from here on Cape Cod, originally from New York, quite fancy. And now they're sitting in here with me on Cape Conversations. Susan Lambert
Hi.
and Scott Cunningham.
Hi.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
To beautiful downtown Sandwich.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
It's kind of like being in Berkeley, California, or wherever,
Wherever, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to be.
So, Susan, you
Yeah.
and I have known each other a
Yes,
little bit,
we have.
Yeah. So you've got a show coming up, and you're the director.
He
Yes,
is
yes.
indeed. Mhm.
All right. So, who wants to start telling me all about the show?
Well, we're not going to tell you all about it
Oh, okay.
because you know how I am about like spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Because if I tell you all about it, some people might go, "Oh, I don't know."
Yeah.
Well, I would say, like I do solo shows sort of
Yes.
as a.
I saw your so.
You saw Moons and Junes.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the one.
So,
I couldn't say it, but I saw
I
it.
like to do a different type of thing every time. This one is I would say this is very unique and kind of out on a limb, which I
Mhm.
like to be out on a limb.
Yeah.
So does Scott.
Mhm.
And which is partly why I think I intuitively gravitated towards Scott because we didn't know each other very well
Oh.
before I found him for this. The universe, I'm not kidding. The universe kind of led me to him. I thought. Anyway, that's another part of this. But
Okay.
it's called If You Could Read My Mind.
Mm-hmm.
And we're describing it as a musical memoir. It's storytelling
Oh, I love that.
with songs. It's an original script, but the script is really storytelling, and it's a chunk of my story. So it's very personal,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been dabbling in memoir writing the last couple of years, which I guess kind of led me to this. It did kind of lead me to this.
Uh-huh.
But we've been working on it since May, and
Oh
we
my
really,
God.
Yeah.
Scott dramaturged it with me, and so we've
Oh,
been in a really
nice.
deep process with this. So it's a really unique process, and also John Goldberg, the music director, who's phenomenal.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So it's a journey through. How would you describe
Well,
it?
some harrowing topics and situations in your life.
So, did
Mhm.
you write the? Did you write the script?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you were the author of the script, the
Mhm.
playwright, and you added music to it.
Well, that's a really interesting comment actually, because I think depending on the show, like when I did the Couch is a theatrical piece,
Right.
right? And it has a script,
Right.
it has songs. A lot of the times I'll get the songs going first
Mm-hmm.
because I'm just sort of that way. But I would say that really this evolved kind of as a weave, like a weaving it. There wasn't like a script and then we added songs. It was like we wove it.
All together.
And
Oh, I see.
ultimately it's not necessarily even exactly the same every time we do it
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because
you're
it's
in.
storytelling.
I was gonna say sorry, but it's like you're in process.
Mm-hmm.
Susan's in process, like as we're creating this piece.
So is it improv-ish? A
I wouldn't
little?
call it improv.
Improv.
Okay.
It would very much be. Susan came to me with a bunch of songs that came to her
Mhm.
around the subject of like what's gone on in her life over the past few years.
Mm-hmm.
And how she described it, it was like this, like the universe handing her these things she would be looking through, and songs from everywhere. It's like from musicals to Madonna. I mean, it's
Mhm.
really like
Wow.
it's
Mhm.
all over. And these songs she gathered, and how they came together as we went through working on the songs, what the songs meant. They have, obviously the songs are already in existence and they have their own
Nice.
lyrics and everything.
Nice.
But as she's working on them, as we worked on them together,
Mm.
what these songs meant to her and what they mean to her, and in the process of her transformation and her working on the things that she's working on.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
So it was fascinating
Mhm.
and incredible.
What made you jump for it? I
Oh,
bet.
oh yeah, because it was really, I hadn't done, I've primarily done a lot of acting, theater
Mhm.
acting, a fair amount of directing.
Mhm.
I hadn't done anything with music.
Oh,
And I told
really?
her, I was like, I don't know anything. I can't read music. I can't tell you.
Can you hum a tune?
I can, I can barely hum a tune. Well, I started
No,
taking
he can.
lessons because
Oh, he
He
Susan's
can.
No.
but I didn't know. I can't speak to
Right.
hit that note. This
Right.
I can
This
do
is
it
a C.
as
You were going to play this in B flat.
yeah. Like that's not it.
Right.
That wasn't it.
Gotcha.
But as we went on, it was. But I could coach.
Mhm.
I could coach monologues,
Sure.
and
of
that's
course.
what these songs. That's what these songs
Sure.
are. And we would start digging.
Mhm.
What does this specific thing mean, or what's this line mean?
Mhm.
Mhm.
And it would also change throughout as
Yeah.
we would work on it.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
as we worked, the songs, like they fit together
Mhm.
in a puzzle, and it became like the story,
Yeah.
this expression of what's gone on in Susan's life lately.
So
Mhm.
you created the script within all of that.
Yeah, I mean it's sort of like the script is telling the story and the songs are living the story.
Nice.
You know,
Ooh,
it's like
nice way to put it.
telling it and living it and offering it. It's an offering,
Sure.
and it's and even up until, oh my gosh, just a few weeks before we did it in October, we would rehearse and do something and go, oh, that's what this is actually about.
Mhm.
This moment, oh my God, we would just realize,
Right.
because this show, it was really interesting. Like we didn't do lots of run throughs. This wasn't
Mhm.
like get run throughs, get lines. I mean, we did
Yeah.
run throughs, but not in that classic way.
Right.
So it was a really unique experience and process, and that's why I say it's first of all, it's a little risky to do personal stuff
Sure.
that's raw and transparent. However, I'm happy to take that kind of risk,
Sure.
and I'm not the first or last person who will. So,
But it's also I think really it's incredible to work with Susan because she's incredibly talented. She's a great singer and
No,
she's
I
a
know
terrific
that.
actress.
I know. I know.
And she's game.
Yeah.
And so
She's game to take the risk.
she's game to take the risk. And this
Yeah.
is really it's a bold and courageous show. Like it is.
Yeah. That's
I'm
great.
inspired by it. I'm like, wow, look
Nice.
at it makes me think like, oh, what do
Sure.
I want to do?
Sure.
Watching her
Sure.
put it out there.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
And because it's stuff that's not resolved.
Right.
It's stuff
Right.
that's happening that she's going
Right
through
now.
emotionally
Yeah.
and psychologically, sometimes in the moment when we're in rehearsal.
Well,
So
and
we'll find
so,
it.
Well, so really, people will be able to relate to you
Mhm.
because
Yes.
although you're an individual, you have your own personal whatevers. Everybody has a story, as I like to say.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own personal story.
Yeah.
Yet all our personal stories are kind of all the same in certain ways. You got
Yeah.
your high moments, you got your low moments,
Yep.
you got your sexy moments, you got your non-sexy
Yeah.
moments, you got your headaches,
Yep.
you got the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah.
You're healthy. You're not,
Not
healthy. You
healthy,
have kids.
right.
You don't have kids. What
Right.
is on each end of all of those
Right.
things?
Right.
And what happens with it? What happens in your mind about it? What happens
Right.
right in front of you? Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
wonderful.
It's
it
the
sounds
human
wonderful.
condition. Thank you.
Yeah. And the honesty
We're
and the
happy about
authenticity
it.
that Susan's, portraying and
Yeah.
living is, I think that's the thing that really, connects us all, right? Like,
Right.
isn't
Oh,
that
yeah.
what, like, that's what we
Sure.
want, or that's what we'll relate to or we'll
Right.
be drawn to, like someone who's going through something. And then also the songs are beautiful.
Mhm.
So there's
I
that.
love the songs.
Yeah, and she loves the song, and she really came with the songs. It was like, I don't know, here. It was like here.
Well,
Yeah.
not all of them. No, because you're forgetting. Like in the very beginning, in the first 2 or 3 months, because I love that process. I love being at the beginning of a show.
Oh, sure.
And kind of having the idea and then just stumbling around. There's a gorgeous song in this show because Jonathan did a beautiful arrangement of it, but it's a beautiful song anyway. I discovered that song in the car driving to Provincetown,
Isn't that
doing a
funny?
play in the summer. I
my
heard it on
gosh.
the radio and went,
That's it.
crazy
Yeah.
ways that or I'd send him some song and I go, I love this song. He'd go, oh, that song is great. And then we'd go, yeah, it doesn't really work for this show though. So there were probably 30 or 40 songs that we really loved. We were like, well,
that we
Not
kind
for
of
this
like
one, but we
Yeah.
love
we
this
went
song.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's I also find it interesting, like what pings your brain, like what inspires you, and if you're just letting inspiration come your way, it's not necessarily going to be a thing you're going to use, but it inspires you. It
do
brought you
something
to the
else.
next thing. Yeah,
Right.
it led you to the next thing,
Right.
and you end up with a collection of, you know, song and dance, or like, you know, song and storytelling that really works. So that was interesting. Like, remember, we had this idea at one point that we were going to do, or it was my idea, was to do this big mashup with like parts of Sweeney Todd, like when he freaks out when he
Yeah.
gets his razor back, and
Yeah.
all this kind of stuff, like about rage. And it was such a great idea, you know, we thought, and Jonathan even started making an arrangement. And then we just kind of went,
Yeah, it doesn't
you know,
work.
this doesn't work. Nah,
Yeah.
it doesn't really work. We don't really understand what it's even saying. And we all agreed, but we were
Sure.
all game to try
Sure,
it.
sure,
Even
sure.
Jonathan, who spent time like making music arrangements, and he's like, yeah, I don't really know what it's talking about. So
Well, I find it interesting as somebody who's, I mean, I'm small potatoes, community actor, have been, and now I direct, which I really love. And what I really love is casting. I should have been a casting agent.
yeah, right.
I'm very good at casting
It's
people.
such a great
Yeah,
craft.
such a
Um,
great thing.
mhm.
Yeah.
Well, it's just
And so important.
I know. Well, I
Yeah.
look at people and I go, "Oh, you're perfect for this," and people say, "Oh, no, you don't think," and then they come on and they go, "Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
You were
Yeah.
absolutely right."
Yeah.
Our town, you nailed it.
I did nail it in our town, but
You did.
I've worked with Janet so many times.
Well, not just her.
No,
Yeah.
I know
Anyway.
everybody. All of them were perfect. I agree with you 100%,
Yeah.
actually.
Mhm.
And but that said, what I find is in the creative process,
Mhm.
and I did a one-woman show years ago now. For 2 years, I did it 2 years in a row
Cool.
at Katuitt in the Black Box.
Mhm.
And what I found was in the creative process, you go along and you're doing it and you're doing it, you're doing it. And then all of a sudden, as you said, light dawns over Marblehead and you go, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wait, this is what this is about.
Mhm.
You know, this
Mhm.
is, you know,
Mhm.
it's my life, but this is what was happening in
Yeah.
my life.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people in their real lives who are not actors or directors,
Mhm.
they don't think about those things, but
Mhm.
it's wonderful to watch that process.
Oh, yeah.
Does that make sense what I'm
It
saying?
Yeah.
absolutely
I don't know
makes
if it
sense.
does.
No, it absolutely makes sense. And I think that, you know, I mean, I'll say to people, no one's coming to your opera or your concert or your play to see if you're going to mess up the high note or evaluate you or to see if you remember your lines. People really honestly are not coming for that reason. They're coming to have an experience.
Right.
And you're having an experience. And
Right.
so everyone's sharing experience. And that's what I love most about it.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, why I'm willing to take some risks, because I feel like, you know, I'm not even really thinking about who's going to like it or not. I'm not really thinking anything about that so much. I'm thinking about, obviously, when we work on it, what's going to work, what can I do, what can I pull off, you know, what fits me. But I really love that feeling, like that you're describing, of, you know, people come in and they come in with their experiences and they're coming to have an experience and we're sharing experience.
Sure.
And there are times when we go like this, audience and performer, you
Mhm.
know, and this show especially, I think really does that, because it's the human condition.
Well, we've talked about it, but when the heck is it?
Oh, January 24th. It's January 24th at the Cultural Center of Cape Cod
Oh
in
my
Yarmouth.
God, great
And
location.
it's 6 o'clock, which I love doing that time, like 5:36,
Mhm.
because it's like an hour and 10. So it's a great date
Oh,
night.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
go to a show and then go out to eat.
Right,
Sandwich.
perfect.
Not sandwich.
No.
Yarmouth has
No.
great
Oh
restaurants.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
great.
All down through
It's
there.
a great date thing, or whatever.
And how much are
or
tickets?
Go home and
Do
cry.
you know?
25.
Oh my God, reasonable too.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
Very reasonable. I
is
mean, everything
reasonable.
now is 30, 35 on the Cape.
I
most
know.
everything.
I
Yeah.
know.
So
Yeah.
oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So it's January 24th,
Mhm.
which is what day of the week?
Saturday.
A Saturday night
Mhm.
at 6 p.m.
Mhm.
How perfect,
Mhm.
right? You can
Yep.
have a cocktail at home
Yeah.
or in the car. and
Come and
drive.
have a good cry and a few laughs and
Yeah.
a kind and sort of like look up at the stars and wonder and then go and eat.
Oh my God, it's like perfect.
Yeah.
Like perfect. So you've enjoyed doing this.
Oh yeah, it's been an incredible experience to be
Yeah.
in, like what we were just talking about before, being in the process of it
Sure.
and to have that kind of like Susan has like this trust where it's like, let's see what happens.
Let's try it.
Let's try it and see
Yeah.
what comes out. Even
Sure.
like we were talking about doing like the Sweeney Todd mashup. It's still got us. It's still like you
But it
had to
brought
do
you to
that to
something.
get you to go over here.
There you go.
To be like,
There
well, I
you
got
go.
to express
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
and that's and,
Yeah.
you know, as you
Yeah.
go through the whole
Yeah.
process of it. And we're still finding. We rehearsed the other day. We're
Yeah.
still finding like, oh wow, like oh that's that, because she's also in process like we all are.
Yeah.
We're all constantly transforming, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And this is such a personal, deep, and interesting show
Mhm.
that it's like Susan can't help but as she's doing it, this is
Mhm.
what's fascinating to watch and to work on.
Sure.
As she's doing it, you're seeing the change happening,
Mhm.
and it's exciting. It's
Oh,
thrilling,
yeah.
and then also when you bring an audience in, you're going to be doing it in real time with these people, so
That's
they're
right.
part of. The audience is such a huge part. You're part of the transformation. You're part of this
Sure.
process. Yeah,
Sure.
we have there's songs that are
Right.
worked out and they're beautiful.
Right.
And Jonathan, like Susan said, has done amazing
Right.
arrangements. But then there's the storytelling, which then brings out what's going on in the song as she's doing it, and you're there, and you're experiencing it with Susan. So it's kind of it's a thrilling.
It is thrilling, and it makes me think about something that's so interesting about audience and performer too. When it's something like this, I mean, you know, if I were, it could happen though too. Say you're doing a role in Carousel,
Right.
Rodgers and Hammerstein. It could happen there too. These kinds of moments with audience. Like I remember, like when I was 14, I did Three Penny Opera in my high school, and I played Polly. And Polly actually, who's the ingenue, sings Pirate Jenny,
Mhm.
which in subsequent productions it was not. It was the other
yeah.
character. And I remember they put a little jettison out from the stage. I can remember it like it was yesterday. I remember being out there and singing this song, which is really intense and really
Right.
dark, and not hearing a sound in the
Yeah.
auditorium.
Yeah.
And realizing that all these people
We're watching
were right
you.
there with a 14-year-old kid
Watch him.
doing this thing and really kind of getting like, oh wow. And what were they getting? I don't know. Maybe they were getting the meaning
Well, they
of the
were
song.
connecting,
Maybe
obviously.
it's connecting to something.
Yeah.
And that's what I also find thrilling about it, is that like with a show like this too, because Scott said to me the other day when we were working, he said, well, it's your story. I mean, you're not going to forget your story. Because he was like,
And you went,
just put
well.
the paper down. He's like, you're not going to forget your own story. You know, whatever. You may not say it. And he's right. And if you think that way, and if you can allow yourself that freedom, you go with people, and then you realize, oh, there can be some space here.
Yeah, sure.
Where I'm kind of going, yeah, and then, oh, and you know what?
Yeah.
Actually, it felt like this at that moment. And maybe you didn't even remember that in
Sure.
rehearsal, but you
Yeah.
do on stage, because people's energy
Right.
are, it's like electricity coming right up on the stage with
Yeah.
you. It's so exciting, you know?
And that's what I'm
Right.
really interested in. That's what I'm
Yeah.
really interested
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
Mhm.
That where
But you
it's
have not
so
done this before,
no,
right?
no.
This will be the first time ever?
Well, we did it in October.
We did it in
Oh,
Same
you
we
show.
did?
did it-
Oh,
we
you
did it
did?
in Wellfleet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where did you do it?
But it's different now. Wellfleet Prez.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Sure.
Yeah, but we've
That's
added a
beautiful
beautiful
space.
song
Talk
at the
about
end.
It was a
beautiful
great
Yeah,
space. Yes,
space.
that's a
it was
beautiful
great.
It's
space.
very similar to the community hall. Would
Yeah.
you think about bringing it to Woods Hall at some point?
Oh yeah, sure,
Yeah, yeah.
sure,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, and now the narrative will be a little different. Not very. How would I say? It has like a. We've added some
Well,
stuff
you
that we felt like
evolve.
were missing.
Yeah.
It's evolved, and we knew that there were a few things missing, and we added a really stunning, beautiful song, written by a famous pop composer and singer on the poetry of Andrea Gibson, who was
Ooh.
the poet laureate of Colorado, who recently passed away in the summer,
Oh.
who was fighting ovarian cancer for several years. In fact, a
Oh.
doc just came out about her called Come See Me in the Light. That's very
Oh, my
beautiful.
goodness.
It's a beautiful song.
Mhm.
Another one that I had no clue, I
Yeah.
didn't know
Yeah.
anything about it. I was on YouTube, la, 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 and then I see this and go,
Where did
that
this come
title's grabbing me. And then I listen to it and I say,
Wow.
did they write that for my show?
Yeah.
Oh my God, thank you. You know,
The
So
gods were listening.
the gods were listening, or whoever. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a song
brand
that's
new
brand
song.
new. It's not even a year
And
old.
I
That's
I
great.
So it's
stumbled
sort
on
of the span,
Yeah.
yeah, and how things like
Yeah.
fit in and they
Yeah.
arrive for you.
Mhm.
Oh, that's so wonderful. That's so
Mhm.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, So what are you going to do after this? You going to keep directing her and evolving this, or do you go on to other things now?
Yeah, we'll see. I'm doing what's happening. I'm in a show coming up in Wellfleet doing Casa Valentina, something that we had
Fun.
done in Provincetown, the
He's
Provincetown
brilliant.
Theater.
Yeah, I
And
would
it was
imagine.
it's a stunning production.
And so that's coming up. So that's going to be.
Right.
I'm also like my husband and I are producing.
Oh, nice.
So that's like a whole, you know,
Yeah.
another
And you're still
element to
speaking?
it. Oh yeah, yes,
That's
No,
good.
they're
absolutely.
good. They're
Yeah,
a good
that's
team.
good.
Good
That's
team. Yeah,
good.
so
Yeah.
that's yeah, it's a great it's a
Mhm.
it's a great play. It's a
Yeah.
great story.
It's
So
a
that's
beautiful production.
so that's happening.
Mhm.
Are you
okay, so-
directing anything else?
No,
soon?
was I doing? I've done possibly the 24-hour plays. I often
Oh, yeah,
will
yeah.
do
Sure.
one of the one of those, like it's it's
Right.
in and out. That's so much
Right.
fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did
Next
some
year we'll
at
do
the
something else.
the Little Devils that
Yeah,
Jim
yeah,
Douglas.
yeah.
I just had
Yep.
done that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
directed
yeah,
one
of
of the one of the
course.
one
Sure.
acts
Yep.
Yeah. Nice.
with Candace Perry,
Yep.
the writer.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's what's.
That's
And then
what-
then
And
this then the summer comes
And then we're all busy.
and everyone's busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
That's
next
the way
year
it's
we'll do
supposed to be.
something else. We'll do
Yeah.
something
Well, this sounds like a
luxurious.
wonderful thing
Mm-hmm.
that you've got nothing else to do in January.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not going off, jetting off to Palm Beach or
Mhm.
Naples,
Right.
which I will not be.
Me neither.
I may be going to Dallas because my daughter's moving there part time, which she's happy, not happy. But
Excited and scared.
yeah, a little bit. Well, she's 50 and she took a big job, and
Yeah.
and her husband's going to be here, and her boys are grown up, so
Okay.
it's going to be an interesting event. But as she said, Mom, if I don't do it at 50, I'll never do it. So it's
There you
kind
go.
of like,
yeah, it's a perfect thing.
you
yeah.
know,
Do it.
you
Mhm.
have to, say,
Mhm.
okay. It's kind of like putting on lipstick for an older woman. Same thing.
Like doing a show.
It's like doing a show. So, but you've got another. I go off on a tangent. So you have another show coming up though in May. Is that right?
I do. Well, we're doing the couch again,
Oh, great.
which we did a couple years ago at the Cultural Center.
Oh, wonderful.
Because when I approached
found
them
a
a few
little
months
home
ago,
there.
I approached them a few months ago, and they were like, "Yes, yes, yes, come back twice. Bring anything you
well,
want."
the night I was there,
So-
the place was filled.
Crazy, I know.
I mean, I had a hard time
Mhm.
finding a seat.
Yeah, so we're gonna do the couch there again in March, and then I'm doing with my own little production company in the Balance Productions, a play called The Roommate that
Which is
was on
wonderful play.
Broadway with
Wonderful
Mia
play.
Farrow and Patti LuPone, which
Right.
had its issues, but
Right.
it's a great play. And my dear friend Janet Geist-Moore, who you've worked with, and
Countless
Scott
She's a
times.
Hunt,
terrific
and
actress,
she's
yeah.
a terrific
And a wonderful
actress,
person.
and
Yeah,
I
she
love
is.
her dearly, but I
know.
also just have immense respect for her, and I'm a snob. So
Yeah.
so we're doing that. It's a 2-woman play,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so we're doing that together, and we're gonna Cape Cod premiere it at Woods Hole Theater Company beginning
Oh,
of May.
I'm so excited.
I think I just hit my mic.
That's
Uh-oh.
all right.
I'm sorry. We're very excited about that. And my
Yeah.
husband Claude is going to direct it.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, he's a film director.
Right.
But,
It's the same.
well, Janet knows him really well. I know
Yeah,
him really
right.
well. It's
Yeah.
an intimate kind of situation. It'll also be very process oriented and very kind of unorthodox in a way.
Yeah.
Unorthodox
Yeah.
isn't the right word, but its own thing. It's going to be its
Yeah.
own animal. So we're really looking forward to it.
Well, one thing, because I direct at Woods Hole. I've directed various
Mhm.
places, Eventide and
Mm-hmm.
Katuitt, of
Mhm.
course, and here in Sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
But Woods Hole is it's a unique venue that can be a pain in the old patoot, as they say, because of the structure itself. And yet there's such a feeling in that
Yeah.
hall
Uh-huh.
that it just brings warmth. And the
Yes.
people who live in Woods Hole, the scientists, they just clamor. They clamor for having this kind of thing come into
art.
their community.
Mhm.
They
Oh, that's
really,
great.
really do.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've never been.
I
You
had
oh.
never been either. When I
Mhm.
went to see Our Town, I was like, "What is
like-
this place? Woods Hole?
wow.
I had
I
no
know.
idea. It's beautiful.
Well, it's old.
It's
It's
lovely.
very old.
But I mean, the little town, the
the
whole town.
Woods
it's
Hole. Yeah.
gorgeous.
Well, and here's the thing: people say you can't get there from here. It's kind of
Well,
it's down at the
windy.
end of
It's
the little.
windy. It's
you know,
windy. But if
you
you
know.
just like breathe and you just decide, I'm not going
Right.
to fall off the end of the earth or be
Well,
missing
no,
in
sometimes
action.
people think they will, though, on
You-
Cape Cod.
you
We
can't
know
think
this.
you will.
Yeah.
Or yeah, but
There are
when
people
you
that
get
haven't been
there-
over the bridge in years, so
yeah.
to go to Woods Hole would
I
just
hear
be
you.
too much.
Oh
I
yeah.
hear you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's like getting people. It's like getting people to go to Provincetown.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Or
gosh!
getting people
yeah,
to,
it's the
you know, or
same-
people from
yeah.
Provincetown to go
To
past
go
Right.
up,
Orleans.
yeah,
It's
right.
like, you know, it's like a whole thing.
Right.
Well, it's like
You
the
know?
Upper West Side to Brooklyn years
Yeah.
ago. People would be like,
Like, oh,
you live
no.
in Brooklyn? Oh no, I can't
Oh, I
do
can't
it.
do
I
that.
can't do
I
that.
can't do that. It's too
Yeah.
far.
Yeah. Mhm.
It is a very, would the word be colloquial place where we all kind of stay
Everyone's
in our
in their
little
own
pods,
Yeah, sure.
you know?
Sure.
So
Mhm.
the good news is
Mm.
that if you do it in Woods Hole, you don't have to worry about if you want to do it in Provincetown because you're going to have a different audience. for sure.
Completely.
Absolutely. No, I mean
And that's
that
the
is
great
that
news.
is, you know, how you think
Yeah.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it is,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
it's a good thing.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
Oh yeah.
yes, we were fortunate to have Janet Geismore be our,
Yeah.
for the second time for me. She was my
Mhm.
um, my narrator, my
Mhm.
stage
I'm
manager.
sorry. I'm
Mhm.
so sorry I missed that.
Yeah.
Well, and you
it
know
was
what?
great.
It was a little thing that came out of nowhere,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
and I had gone to Woods Hole and said I would like to do it here, and they're very open to anything.
They are.
So you
They're-
wanted you wanted to do our town.
I
That was
wanted
your-
to, yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and all I got was from other theater companies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's an old chestnut,
Yeah.
an old chestnut.
It is.
And I said, yeah,
Yum.
but I said for our times that we're living in,
Mhm.
it was perfect.
Oh yeah.
Because
Mhm.
he did this
Mhm.
he wrote it
Mhm.
as Hitler was coming to power in Europe.
Right. It was
Mhm.
pre-World War II.
It was pre-World War II. So
Right,
he
okay.
was
Right.
writing this
Mhm.
thinking about people and community
Mhm.
and how we have to stick together as a community.
Mhm.
So I did a lot of the background,
Yeah.
and I went, okay, let's try it. And they were I was fortunate they said yes.
Mhm.
And so we did.
Yeah.
But the best news was I got the great Janet Geismore to be
Mhm.
my stage manager
Mhm.
again.
Yeah.
Because she
Yeah.
did it once
Mhm.
once before for me.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
but the whole cast was good, and I was so
Mhm.
glad you came. I was like shocked when you walked in. It was like, oh my
no.
God, she drove
But
all the way from me.
She's a dear friend though, and also I like I wouldn't necessarily have heard about it, but I heard about it and I realized
Yeah.
you were directing too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was really happy
Yeah.
to have gone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, it's a great place, and I'm glad you'll be doing that.
Yeah.
Do you
But-
have stuff coming?
Yeah.
Do you have? Are you directing anything coming up?
I am. I
What
was
are you doing?
supposed to. I was going to direct 1776 with all women,
All women.
Oh, that's cool.
which is what they did with American Rep.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And I was so excited, but I got to the party too late, and I could
Mhm.
not find. And I will, with all due respect, music directors on the Cape either work for schools
Yeah.
or you have to pay a lot of money to get somebody from Boston.
Yeah.
And
It's
this little company
really
doesn't
hard.
have that.
It's really hard.
So if
Mhm.
we'd been a
Mhm.
year and a half, if I thought of this a year and a half ago,
Mhm, mhm.
it would have been much easier. I
yeah,
think.
the music directors are all very busy here.
Right.
They're
And
busy.
the other part of the problem is they only have so much money to pay a music director.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, yeah,
and they do pay, but
Mhm.
it's only so much, and we
Mhm.
just couldn't find one.
Mhm.
And again, most of them are teachers.
Yeah.
So because of that,
Yeah.
Super schedule restricted.
yeah. So yes, to answer your question after all that, I'm not doing that, but in the same time slot, we're doing the same time next year,
Oh,
which
I
is
love
cute
it.
and it's wonderful and
I love
it's
it.
and everybody goes, oh, that's an old chestnut.
It
Well, it is, but it's a
is.
naughty old chestnut.
It's
They have
beautiful.
an affair for 20 years.
For 20
Yeah,
years.
it's
For
right?
20
Beautiful.
years, they
Mhm.
have an affair.
Yeah.
And I said, it's a very naughty show if you think about it.
It was Ellen Burstyn and Alan Alda, right?
Yes,
it
in the
was.
film. That was
Yes.
a beautiful film.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
wonderful film.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
nice.
And it's done by a lot of community
Mhm, sure.
theaters. But I think I have my actor, but I think we're not doing auditions, but I think
Yeah.
I just found my
Great. Great.
Doris.
Great.
So,
Oh, right, Doris. Yeah.
yeah.
And that's
Aw.
going to be, and that will be
in April.
in
so it'll be
April
the month before her
in
show.
Woods
Mhm.
Hole.
In Woods
Mhm.
Hole.
Great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very
Yeah.
good.
So it should be fun. We'll have
Yeah.
fun. Hey, I'm all about entertainment.
Well, we
so.
were just talking in the car about, venues and where to do performances and stuff on the Cape. And it's really interesting because, when you're in sort of like the urban mentality or the New York mentality, I'll say
Yeah.
mostly because I spent so long there, there's going to be some kind of venue. There are so many theatrical venues. But it's interesting. You come here and you realize, I could do my show, or we could do a show in all kinds of different places.
Right. You have to be flexible.
Yeah,
Mhm.
flexible and kind of say, oh, and what would it be like if I did it in this venue that isn't even a theater? Or
Right.
what if I did it in I mean, we could do performances in my backyard.
Yeah.
No, we really could.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or a theater, or a
Yeah.
tiny theater, or a little bit of a bigger theater, because it's just not, unless you're part of that theater's whatever
Yeah.
core, you're looking around. And
Yeah.
I think that's kind of a fascinating thing.
It is.
I really
It
am
is.
very DIY,
Yeah.
So I like that.
That's good.
I like that point of view. I
That's
really do.
wonderful.
Because that's interesting for people too, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
So that I really like myself coming as an audience person and kind of being in a state of wonder. Like, I
Yeah.
wonder
Yeah.
what is going to happen. And I love the idea of doing your thing, and maybe people have no idea what you do, but they're just, I wonder what this is going to be like. And
Sure.
then they are in it, and that's how they find out. They're in it with you.
Mhm.
You know?
So your show
Yeah.
is January 24th,
Yes.
a Saturday,
Mhm.
6 p.m.
Yes.
The Cultural Center, which is it's not in Yarmouth.
It's South Yarmouth.
South Yarmouth. Okay, I
Mhm.
always want to say it's Dennis, but it's actually
Nah,
yeah,
it's
at
Yarmouth.
Yarmouth, yeah,
Yeah.
South Yarmouth.
Mhm.
It's off of 28, easy to find,
Super easy.
super easy to
Mhm.
find. Tickets are $25,
Yep.
$25, right?
Yeah.
And the name of the show is
If You Could Read My Mind.
If You Could Read My Mind, which is music and storytelling.
Yes.
Mhm.
Fabulous.
Yes.
And we were lucky to have the director here.
We're very lucky to have him in many
I'm
ways.
very lucky to be here.
and there and everywhere.
That's wonderful.
To quote the
That's
Beatles. Yeah.
wonderful.
Mhm.
Well, I want to. It's gone by so fast. So
Mhm.
thank you so much.
Thank
you.
you.
Coming
Thank
all this
you.
way
Thanks
to
for having
Little
us.
Downtown Sandwich. It's great.
Yeah.
That's good.
Really good.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
Okay.
Wow, Susan Lambert and Scott Cunningham, the director, Susan Lambert, the star. Oh, if she's the star of You Could Read My Mind, an original storytelling music adventure. And it's going to be in South Yarmouth at the Cultural Center on January 24th at 6 p.m. So you can go early, go out and have a dinner. Wow, a great date night. And it's with music and stories about her life. So I want to thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you next time on another Cape Conversations.